Yo guys, Coach KB here. So I want to present to you guys this Stridebreaker setup on Yone. The goal is very simple. Stridebreaker does provide you attack speed, durability, AoE to clear the wave better than with any other item. Notably, Tiamat also gives wave clear and short trading power. The other thing about the Stridebreaker is obviously that it will provide you some mobility plus a slow on your opponent, which will just allow you to connect more Qs and Rs way more smoothly. So in here once you have Tiamat, the video does start, because this is where like the game will feel to be different compared than before. I've been testing quite a lot Stride actually. And here we pick up a Rakan, I suppose, very soon. I even did try to play around with Flash, but in here probably should ignore him, but I was a little bit concerned he's gonna sidestep it, and exactly Tiamat, so I forgot to use Tiamat. I brought it, but I forgot to use Tiamat in time, and I missed out on a little kill window. Now in here the good thing is that we still managed to pick these guys off. Obviously she does E, she does dodge my thing, but you know, the good thing is that we do actually manage to pick them up anyways, because I'm one level above Talon. They don't have much damage on them. She does use her cleanse, but that does not allow her to do much. I even hold into my Q, because usually people insta sidestep when you E, so it's like it's like they will not feel like they will not feel at all like not sidestepping when we, you know. So in here we push the wave in very quickly with the tap of Tiamat as well, low key. And the good thing about Tiamat or Stridebreaker itself, that you can push in a wave with a single E actually, without putting yourself in a dangerous spot. So it sometimes does allow you to like simply set shove, but like roam in a way that you don't even put yourself in a dangerous spot, if it makes sense, right? The camera is manual, right? Manual, perfect. And so in here we can see that we do use our actually our Tiamat to trade a little bit. We did actually get out traded, so we went a teensy bit low, but anyways, all I wanted to do is just shove, get my items, you know, and then we get the extra mobility, then we get the extra HP. Now, because they have two burst champs, Kais has some bursts, but not yet, obviously. Depends what build she goes for. We usually take on hit. And so in here we do have this mobility item. Does give some mobility, does give some HP. We just go for a W, we don't extend it because we can't connect much else. And the interesting thing about Yone's Q is that if you, for example, Q a backline minion, or, you know, backline minion could be an example as well, that AoE will bounce off the minion and it will hit Talon. So that's also a way to actually low-key short hit. In here I even missed my Q, but it doesn't really matter, you know. I missed my Q, I have to aura out, obviously. In here I kinda like try to fight them a little bit with my E, but I don't wanna take that echo. I wanna eat echoes like passive, you know. And in here I flashed Tiamat, you know. My W was even on cooldown, so I had to Tiamat there. And because I had Tiamat, I could very smoothly pick up that kill. The mobility helped me maybe a little bit, the 20 mobility, so Echo doesn't connect his passive, you know. Just maybe Echo didn't connect his passive, right? Just maybe. You can see with Tiamat we can pick the guy up smoothly. And the matchup is not like way harder like pre-Stridebreaker, you know, with this Tiamat setup. In fact, it's even easier, as if you would go for like a DPS, like damage option. In here I try to follow them up a little bit, but it looks like it's a shit fight, and I even walk into his I kinda like walked into his shit actually. I tried to get an assist in here, mainly with W. We're gonna get a big shield anyways, but it does look like Echo will aura back, so I even stood outside of his reach. Some Echo players are smart and they don't put the point in their aura unless they're gonna use it. And then it can be a bit more tricky. He tries to kill me, but it doesn't matter because I have the shield. He cannot deal this much amount of damage, you know, in one basic, so he just dies. The good thing is, what do you get to do right now? You use your E, and with the most amount of safety in this war, you can actually pick up this wave. So that's actually great, so Talon doesn't get to collapse on us as an example, but once you have Stride you can very smoothly, very easily like push a wave. Now if you have like your third Q, then it's even easier, depends. We do have Stridebreaker right now, soon we do gonna get that good eye, because you have actually enough attack speed right now to have your Q completely maxed out actually. One that 1.33 cooldown, W also, you know, completely maxed out cooldown wise. And so the interesting thing is that some people are like, but you're not gonna have enough damage, you will not kill your opponent and whatnot. Now in here, note I'm just one level above Talon. Normally should be one level above him because you're supposed to beat him in this matchup, you know. And so here's the thing, there's just like a one level difference, right? Now the thing is, I don't even use my R to kill him. Some people are like, bruh, you can't even kill people with Stride, but the funny thing about Stride is that it does provide you the attack speed, the attack damage obviously, and the activatable is 116, which is not much, but that's the thing that allows you to swing in all of those basics during your E, and those Qs you're gonna connect them more easily during your E, and your E does actually do a lot of true damage the more basics you can swing in. So look at this with Stridebreaker, right? Note that we didn't flash, we didn't R, we didn't do this and that, we just did go for a very basic all-in. Very basic all-in, you know? One level only. It's like I was one level above him. And worst case scenario, I mean, maybe you can R him if you need, you know? If you need it, you can R after him, but he didn't even need my R, you know? And so soon I'm even higher on threat because I got that sweet 200 more damage on my R. And the good thing is that you can actually utilize super well. You need to like push towers, obviously. You can go for a Q, Stridebreaker, short trade, all that. And that's a nice amount of damage. You still get the plate, Q him a little bit, you know, so he's forced to recap. And in here we are still not at a risky spot because the guy has no R, I have Stridebreaker. So actually I can trade into him, I still can kill him, especially now that he has no R. So if I connect the Stridebreaker into him, he's dead, but in here I rather choose to push. And look how well you can push with Stridebreaker. I mean, literally, I'm a bit on the safe side actually. Just kind of want to get my Q. But I kind of wanted to get the tower in here, I'm not sure. I think I'm fucking a bit too much around mid lane because I pushed. But it feels like I pushed for nothing. In here he flashed, so... I mean, normally I could ban R him, but the issue is... It's a bit tricky, right? Because, like, first of all, we don't see many champions on the enemy team. And the issue is, like, if he has flash, or there is a possibility he sidesteps it. Not really if you slow him, but that depends, you know. If you slow him, usually it's not really that easy for him to sidestep it. But the issue is that in here, it would be fine to R, but the issue is if he flashes it, I will be under tower. And I will take like 1 or 2 tower shots, you know, and then he will have his W and ignite. So there's like a ward where I actually die there, you know. There's a ward where I die there, maybe to a gank more so, you know, but he has some damage on him still, you know. W, so 300, passive 360, I mean, he has some damage on him, there is a risk there, so I didn't R on purpose because there is a risk. You can take the risk if you play with risk, but obviously in here I get a free R on him. It's just he can jump, that's my main problem, he can jump. So I kinda didn't want that to risk, but in here I don't know how I didn't kill him, he got a bit lucky. I think he got a little bit lucky, I swear. Like he had R and he had his E, he could jump through the tower, you know, that's why I didn't want it to like R, cause like he could sidestep it, you know. Like, did I miss my Stridebreaker or something? Stridebreaker, maybe I missed it. So... Okay, we got the tower, W, Q, Stride. Oh, not quite enough, one more basic. I just had to take the tower down very quickly though, because otherwise I may die, you know. It's not good to go for a 1-for-1 when you have a bounty. So anyway, we do recap, we get that sweet IE. So your next item should be IE ideally. Cracker is not recommended, I mean it's not bad, but it's not recommended because you need crit and you already have your Q maxed out, you know, so it's not like you need it. Bot is just smashing. Now, obviously, one of the things you should watch out for, you're not the best fighter with Stridebreaker, so champions like Camille will be way more challenging. I mean, your short rates can be better, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, you're not good at, like, all-inning bruisers like Seth and whatnot, because you don't have the DPS for that. So they have mainly, like, 3 squishy champs I have to focus, you know, these 3. Camille, the issue with Camille is that she has a lot of escapes, you know, so even it low-key helps into Camille's Stridebreaker if you have a team around, but Camille is often like either not it's a bit inconsistent to duel her, or if she's smart enough, it's either it's either inconsistent to fight her or she is away, so she's not our target, mainly these three. Then we also have Rakan that we sort of focus, but only like sort of, not really, because he dashes around as well. So we're not gonna focus out the more durable champs, these two. So that's like one of the reasons why I like Stridebreaker, mainly the squishes, you know. Because Rakan also like jumps around, bounces around, like you can't even hit anything into him, you know. People are pinging quite a lot in the enemy team, holy. And so here you can see a little bit of dueling into Camille, but I didn't really take the fight just because like it's a bit bad to fight her with Stride, I mean. So usually set these type of champs avoid to fight. You can wave clear super well with Stride, I mean, but ideally you should not fight them, you know. Like if your top laner can't really like hold the enemy top back, that's fine. I mean, you can side lane, but ideally again, like you just like def, you don't really like hard commit, because like it's like that, you know. You see, like your short trades are not necessarily bad, but your all-ins are a bit more questionable, obviously. Still dealt a nice amount of damage. This account I think is almost mastered, but this is like a Yone account. This is my second Yone account, and been a bit like stacking around Diamond 1, was 300 or 200 AP, but then fall back to Diamond 1, god. So I had weird experiences, but soon I'm gonna show you guys like multiple games where kind of like I tried Stride and it like worked super well. To get the tower, you know, in here. Maybe from the beginning I could hide the enemy team, but it's like whatever, you know. It's just really, it's not really about like what the fuck do we do, like macro wise or micro wise or whatever, you know. It just really comes down to presenting this item and its playstyle. What does it allow you to do exactly, right? Because like otherwise it will not. It's like that, like really the. I just don't put emphasis on the macro side of the game too much, you know. Mainly micro item presentation. And in here, guess what? I don't fight her with E, I get her tower, and guess what do I do after? So I don't only E back, I Stridebreaker slow her, so she can't even remotely catch up to E the wall when her thing comes up, you know. It's funny. So it's a super good disengage tool against bruisers you may not be able to fight so easily. Now after IE and crit cloak and whatnot, you can also fight bruisers, definitely. Like you can fight those Renekton's more easily after this point, you can fight those champions. But before, it's challenging because you don't have the DPS for that, you know. So these type of champs like Camille can be a bit more concerning unless you have a lead above them, right? And now we can very easily fight them. Ideally we can push this wave out. We can also play for the team, that's fine, you know, but ideally we wanna push this wave out. I'm not sure exactly why did I think I just wanted to cover Camille's split push because Tam can just perma team fighting. But it was kinda weird because Tam can chat TP and I didn't, but I guess he can't really handle super well Camille or something. So that was something that I think I was in here scared of her for no reason though. Yeah, like I had such a massive advantage, I don't know. I just got scared of her for no reason, I think. I thought she's still stronger, but I had an IE and a crit cloak. I mean, that's just not something she can randomly handle. And in here the game's over. I mean, game's over, you know. Basically we got that win. I played like multiple games. I limit tested now and then whenever I played on my different account as well. Quite often I played Stride first, second item, and I would say it feels to be quite nice, you know, when you need that extra slow. When you need that extra, perhaps durability is super nice. It's very noob friendly as well. You just gotta press the button obviously, but I would say it's sort of noob friendly as well, you know. So I would say I would recommend it. I would definitely recommend it. And probably soon I'll master on this account, man. Soon I'll master by playing this sort of playstyle. That's it for now, guys. Have a nice day.